Hello, welcome to Charles Street in Brief, and this is a special one because it marks 1 year of Charles Street in Brief.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
So I thought I'd start off just by going through a few of the statistics that have been associated with Charles Street in Brief, and I've got them written down on the set of notes here, so I don't have all this in my memory. So we've had 22 presenters of Charles Street in Brief in the year and 55 different episodes. We've had 2 house groups taking part, and in total they've been watched 6,700 times by people on YouTube. So that's a pretty impressive number, and it's actually 550 hours of people watching it. So that means if you put those end to end, it's one person watching Charles Street in Brief solidly for 23 days. I don't think anybody's actually been doing that, but that's what it works out as. It's been quite a successful project because it started at the point in lockdown when people were unable to meet together in fellowship. The church was closed, house groups weren't meeting, and people really, the only way to meet was to either go walking with a friend or to stand on a doorstep at 2-meter distance and speak to each other. And this was seen as a way of getting Charles Street Fellowship out there in a way that everybody could see, and everybody had the possibility to see people from the fellowship in church, in their own gardens, at home, walking in parks, that sort of thing, just to bring a bit of normality to life at a time when things were pretty difficult for most people. So during that time, we've had numerous different presenters and numerous different styles. And one of the things we've really tried to do is to make it many and varied, so that each week we would have something that represented the church but was different, and it wasn't just a same format week in, week out. We've had live worship, we've had sessions led by ministers and supernumeraries, we've had house groups, 2 different house groups, and in fact House Group 5's Charles Street in Brief still stands as the one that's been watched most by people, with over 100 viewings. So I guess if there's an Oscar to be handed out for Charles Street in Brief, it goes to House Group 5. So well done.
Thank you. Oh, boy.
Oh, dear.
We've also had leadership team members taking part, local preachers, representatives of local charities that the church has supported over numerous years, and also different church members have contributed to it. When you look back, hopefully you'll feel that it has been representative of the whole church, that it's been different people's views, different people's interests, and the different things that the church is involved with. So just so I don't miss anything out, I'm turning my notes over there. So as I said, we started off as a way of getting the church meeting together when we couldn't actually physically meet. And now, 1 year on, we're in a position where we can meet, albeit carefully, in church. And we've also expanded what we've been able to do online. So you can see here I'm sitting by the mixing desk, which is now set up so that the worship band and the singers and the people speaking can all be mixed into what goes onto YouTube in a way that really is very, very similar to what we're able to do in church. And so Sunday morning services are able to be live streamed, as well as over 40 people being able to attend church. And really this is the reason why we're saying that we think that at the moment Charles Street in Brief is coming to an end. And really this is the reason why we're saying that we think that at the moment Charles Street in Brief is coming to an end. So it's time for it to go into hibernation after 1 year. It doesn't mean that it's disappearing altogether. And what we hope to do is to use Charles Street in Brief for special occasions or for special series, things like Easter, Holy Week, Advent, themed preaching, or any special events that are going on. We'd like to continue Charles Street in Brief for those purposes. And so to make sure that you are aware of those, what I would recommend is that you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking on YouTube, you'll see down in this corner, just below the screen, there's something that says subscribe. If you click on that, it doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't mean that you're going to get lots of spam emails. What it means is that every time something new is posted onto the Charles Street in Brief website, you'll get an email that notifies you that it's there. So in other words, it's a reminder. It's a way of keeping in touch. So finally, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been involved, everybody who's presented, everybody who's taken part, from house groups, from doing it for their friends who were leading, if you like, and they've done readings or that sort of thing. For those who've been involved with the technical side of things, and for those who, particularly during the times of proper lockdown, have been willing to meet up in open spaces and to be filmed doing something for this channel. So it's been fun, and as I say, it's not going away, but it's just a break, and we'll be back for specific things as needed to help the church and to help you find out about what's going on in the church. So until then, please keep tuning in on the Sunday morning for the live worship. That's available all week as well on YouTube, so not only can you watch it live, but it's there recorded. So if you enjoyed the service and were actually there, you can watch it again live on YouTube if you want. So thanks very much. It's been good to talk to you this way, and I hope that you understand why we're doing this, and that you'll continue to support the church, and that we'll see you soon.
And that's all, folks.